Happy Easter to everybody out there who celebrates it. I'm staying home today, so because a lot of things are closed, but I am doing a podcast today with no chat because I needed the chat off. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Lightning Thief, the movie that came out before the TV show came out a few years ago. Yeah, I saw this at the theater back in the 2010s. It's fun, and I'm going to do this for today. It's about an hour and 50 something minutes, so let's get started. 20th Century Fox, yeah. A studio that's dead now because Disney bought it out and changed everything. The 75th anniversary, yeah, not anymore. This is on Disney Plus Unaltered, so you can watch it there if you need to. Because there's a lot of movies on Disney Plus that are censored, or shows that are altered or changed. I don't like that. I'd rather keep my physical copy. Those are not usually not altered. They stay the same. Dune Entertainment. Dune is really good. I mean, I enjoyed this film. The Secret Monsters is decent. It's not as good as the first one, but for something that was adapted into the big screen, there's worse adaptations out there, like Aragon, or or Artemis Fowl, especially movies based on books. The water. That's a cool image. Just Kevin McKidd as Poseidon. The DVD's too loud. Let me lower it. That's much better, yeah. Too loud. Because this is a 20th Century Fox DVD. Usually those are really, really loud. Coney Island. Yeah, no chat today. It's a holiday, and I want to keep it. I want to keep it peaceful. There's enough bad things happening in this world. Even on a day like this. Now he's in human form. The Empire State Building. I've been there. I forgot that Sean Bean is Zeus here, but he's barely in the movie though. Mm-hmm. Kevin McKidd is, I think he's Scottish. Yeah. Bean is the Brit in this movie. Him and because then you have and then you have Steve Coogan later as Hades. There's a perfect movie to see on a day like this. It's long, and it doesn't have any insignias in it because you don't need it. It's Greek mythology. I did like the TV show. I think the TV show is good. They say, oh, it's a ripoff of Harry Potter. I'm like, it's the same producers and the same director of the first two Harry Potters. It's going to have that same feel. The only difference is this is mythology, not magic and wizards and wands and all that. No, it's a lot different. It's not a complete copy of it. Plus, in the TV show, Percy Jackson is blonde, so that's completely different from Harry. Not everything has to be Harry Potter. There's books that came out before Harry Potter, like Lord of the Rings came out before The Hobbit, and a bunch of other stuff too. So, look, a portal. This opening's pretty cool. And for something that's about, did this come out in 2010 or 2011? I think it was 2010. Yeah, yeah. It was like February. There's the title. There's Logan Lerman. I like him. I think he's a good actor. Alexandra Daddario. This is before I knew who she was. Gorgeous. Jake Abel. Yeah, he looks like the Miz. Sean Bean, who's just a cameo here. Pierce Brosnan. He's the centaur teacher. Rosario Dawson. She's more like a extended cameo at the end. Melina Karadidis. She's one of the few Greek actors in the movie. Catherine Keener's the mom. Kevin McKidd. We just saw him. Joe Pantoliano is his stepfather. It's a good underwater shot. Uma Thurman. Maya Hawke is a sexy girl. She has a beautiful face. I don't hide how I feel about women. I don't. This podcast is living proof of it. Christopher Beck did the music of this movie. And I just like a nice adventure movie. It's good to see something like this be profitable. That's not 2.5 hours. Yes, these actors were too old for these roles. I get it. But the TV show rectified that a lot because Walker Scobell is a teenager, so he's not 35 playing a role. Because Brandon T. Jackson was like in his 20s when he did this, and Grover's supposed to be like a teen. In the new show, he's played by a teen. He's an older teen, but he's still a teen. He's not 35. Age is a good factor in getting a casting decision done. And the thing is, he's not an amputee. He's got goat legs. Othello. I know that Asian girl. She's Canadian. You saw he has like kind of a dyslexia. Yeah, he has like some kind of dyslexia for things in English because he's supposed to be a Greek demigod. Yeah, Chris Columbus produced the film based on a novel. Yes, I do know, and they're going to adapt the third book, which was never done in live action because they got to see a monsters and then it didn't make money, so they didn't do a third one. Thankfully, they're going to do that with Disney Plus. Hopefully, it doesn't take 10 years to get there. It's Catherine Keener. They ripped this off in Pan. A lot of people just get upset when they take a beloved book and they modernize it. It's fine if it could tell a good story. Valentiniano is such a great actor. Ever since I saw him in Baby's Day Out, I've been a fan of his. He looks like my Uncle Freddie. Yeah. Because the changes that they made in the TV show, I was a little bit just a few of them I didn't like. Like they made Zeus a black man, who's gone now. So he didn't even live long enough to be Zeus. And I was like, no, that was a DEI casting, Disney. Don't you dare tell me otherwise. Lance Reddick was a good actor, but he's not Zeus. And then you had some random guy playing Hades. I'm like, no personality, nothing. Just, hey, I'm Hades. What's up? I'm like, yeah, that didn't work for me. That was like really, really flat. The kids were fine to play Grover, Percy, and Annabeth. Yeah, there's his father, his real father, not that stepfather. There's the statues. Poseidon and Hades. Yeah, and this is a much better movie than that Clash of the Titans remake. Oh my god, that was so painful. See, he's wearing headphones like Miles. Because mortals can procreate. Deities, these Greek mythological characters don't, because they'll live forever. They don't die. But Eternals, I'm like that. That is way worse than this because that bored me to death. It's actually Heracles, but Perseus. Yeah, he was the one in Clash of the Titans. There's a lot of Greek things because I'm not gonna do something affiliated today. I don't really watch a lot of Easter movies. It's not my thing. I prefer Christmas and New Year's and even Thanksgiving. Mainly because they don't make it such a big deal. I mean, yeah, Christmas they decorate the houses and all that, but I'm saying like a holiday like this, I want peace. I want to hear about anything else. That's all I want. I don't want fighting. Too many people in this world fight each other. Yep, she's like a harpy or something. Yeah, I like a good story. It doesn't matter what source. When she turned, I was scared. I was like, this is pretty creepy. Nope, didn't see this coming because again, I didn't read the books. So this is really loud. Wait, the effects look good for the 2010s. And Pierce Brosnan will do it. He used to be James Bond. Now he looks like an old man. Critics were not kind on these movies. I'm like, oh, they're not accurate to the books. I'm like, it's more modern now. Yeah, it's a Fury. Yeah, Fury Harpy, same thing, and it's a fantasy. It's a fantasy tale. Because I didn't read the Diary of a Kid films until after I saw the third one. I was like, yeah, again, there's a reason books and movies are different. They have to be different. As long as you do a good job, I'm fine with it. Yep, his pen. This Yep, not a wand, a pen. Yeah. I do like the show better. I mean, because they did a lot of things right. Is it perfect? No. Saying it's a ripoff of Harry Potter, I'm like, it's not a ripoff when it does its own thing. A lot of things have been like Harry Potter. Even Wednesday is Tim Burton was making his version of Adam's Family plus Harry Potter because there's a lot of like they have a cup and they have people factions together and they have the it's got a lot of things similar to that, so it doesn't bother me. Just do a good job. Every idea comes from another idea. I know that. Again, yeah, yep, of course. If this was done today, this movie would have gotten canceled. A black man hitting a white man right in the gut with some crutches. Yeah, let's say that won't happen in the TV show because well, he's an Indian kid. He's not black, but you get what I mean. Again, like X-Men, Harry Potter, uh, some other no. I can't hate this because it's not like it's like oh apologize for it. I'm like why? I never read the books. As a person never read the books and I see the movies and the TV show, I accept it for what it is. I had to put a long movie because it's a long day. There's a lot of similar things in the TV show, but it's not beat for beat the movies. There's that Minotaur thing. hmm I can accept the fantasy world as long as it doesn't insult me because Aragon was just boring. Yeah, there's a stampede. It's a fantasy world inside of the real world, which is fine. A satyr, like Philatides in the Hercules movie that Disney did. See, he's not a handicapped person. Wink, wink. At least the movie's not boring. It gets right to the action. You don't have to wait an hour for it to happen. Sometimes it's okay to get a fast pace. Is this film flawed? Yes. But is it horrible? No. Critics are just they want everything to be like the books. But then you put too much detail in it. Meaning that you have to put too much exposition and character development is important, but you don't have to put everything in the book in one movie. You saw? Camp Half Blood. Mm-hmm. She can't go. She's not a half blood. At least she doesn't die. Look at this. He has a sword. Get your sword! I get my sword! He has a sword, yeah. In this one, he uses a sword, but in the sequel, it's like he can't even use it because they censored it. They're like, oh, we can't let kids say, oh, this is too violent. Let's make it PG, and he's not gonna use a sword at all. I'm like, don't don't Wonder Woman 1984 that. It's a sword. He has to use it. Nobody complained about them using swords in Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings. It's a weapon. Or the Ninja Turtles, and like they use weapons because they're ninjas. It doesn't hurt to use a weapon in a movie if it's supposed to be, have an action scene. Got him. Here we go. Here's the camp. But at least not everybody has a British accent here or Irish accent, which is fantastic. Because with Harry Potter, that's what I had to endure for 8 movies, and a lot of it hurt me. It's too long. There's a lot of talking, and there's actors there I just don't like Tom Felton and what's her face, Umbridge. I don't like that actress. The trio are fine. Rupert Grint and Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson. They have good chemistry with each other. Never said they didn't. It's just the accents bother me, especially for over 2 hours. It's just a preference. I'm not racist. At least he's not wearing glasses and has a wand. That would have been a ripoff. Here, it's fine. It's not a dream. I haven't seen Tropic Thunder yet, so he's in Tropic Thunder with Robert Downey Jr. Okay, they're doing something different there. They're training with swords, blacksmithing. Mm-hmm. Arrows, like, and this came out before the Hunger Games, so it's not a ripoff. Mm-hmm. Like Thor, but that's Norse mythology. At least they're showing people training, unlike in The Force Awakens. What was their excuse? Oh, we don't have time, so let's just have the main character be super powered. And screw you, that's why. Oh, I have that. I can't be still. I have a condition, but I don't make excuses not to do podcasts for 3 years. I still do this because it's just me talking to a camera. That's not hard. If it was hard, I'd be running away like embarrassment from Inside Out 2. I'm not embarrassment. Why would this face be embarrassed? There's nothing for me to hide. I'm fat. I know that. Okay, I'll lose weight. That's awesome. Yeah, here's Annabeth. 24 minutes into the movie, they introduced a girl, and she's fighting. In Harry Potter, they met on a train, and they're just talking. There's no epic fights until later in the series. Aha! Again, yeah, she's awesome. She should be Catwoman or Black. Gorgeous, man. Absolutely. She is like, when I first saw her, I'm like, wow, those blue eyes. Mm. She's got eyes like a cat. Yeah, she's awesome. I loved her in these films. They made her blonde in the next movie, which again, that's something different. Because in the book, I think she's blonde. And so is Percy, but they got that right in the TV show. Centaurs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know because I saw Sinbad, the Golden Voyage of Sinbad. It's a beautiful shot. I think the effects look good for 15 years ago. Yeah. Get it? He was good in Black Adam, and as Bond, he had his moments. At least he's not ultra serious like Daniel Craig. He's like really ultra serious. I'm like, dude, you could smile every now and then. It's not gonna kill you. Hopefully, the new Bond will be somebody with some personality. Hello, girls. The goddess of love. It's a really nice shot. That's a lake in Canada, I believe. Yeah, because you could tell they didn't film this in New York City like what they did. Most of the shots. Because I was gonna do these films last year, but I got a chance to now. So the second one I could do in like May or June. I don't have to do it this month because I have other movies I want to get to before that. It's a trident. Mm-hmm. At least this movie's not overly long, which is nice. About 2 hours, yeah, it's long, but it's not. This is not a comedy, so there's some comedy scenes in the film, but it's not like like a slapstick comedy. It's a fantasy adventure, action adventure film. No, he sees her at the end. He bargains with Hades to get her back. So, and Rosario Dawson looks hot in this movie. I know they have a Lady Gaga song in this movie, but they're in Vegas, so or a proximity of Vegas, and it's a short scene. It doesn't go on 20 or 30 minutes like The Last Jedi. So yeah, the summer solstice. Earth is already a battleground. Because people are just like, oh, they butchered this. I'm like, no, the TV show did it well, and I don't want to hear it when the second season comes back in December. I want to see it in peace. I don't need judgments here. This is the internet. Everybody's free if you're legal, if you're a certain age, to say what they want and do what they want. Just don't do anything offensive, and you'll be fine. Learn how to entertain. not judge. This movie's entertaining. Is it entertaining? That's the key point. It is. That's why I bought it years ago, and I got the second one on Blu-ray. There she is, beautiful woman, man. They do the show. Oh yeah, there's Jake Abel. Yeah, he looks like the Miz. It's weird. It's very strange that he was also in The Host as one of the worst movies of 2013 because it's so boring. Stephanie Meyer doesn't know how to write. If she knew how to write romances, she would do it right and not make it, slow and plotting and melodramatic. It is good for me. Look, I'm going to the doctor tomorrow, so no podcast tomorrow. I haven't been to a doctor in some time. Let me lie down because this is a long movie. It's not too long though. At least it's not 2.5 hours because I just saw a few days ago. I rewatched Dead Reckoning Part One, and it is too long. Like I said in my review years ago, it needed to be 20 minutes shorter. Enough of these filler characters that nobody cares about that are played by foreigners. That's my problem. They get all the jobs. Because Chronicles of Narnia, the best movie was the first one, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Because Prince Caspian sucked. It was too long and it was boring. Dawn Treader was fun, but I hated Will Poulter's character. He's so annoying and so grating. It's just training, guys. Again, because you're the chosen one. You could also move water with your hands, like Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender, or the waterbenders in that. You could heal with water. There it is. Yes. No. These actors have done bad movies. I know. Logan was in. He was in that Noah remake, and he did well, the Three Musketeers. I like that movie, but it's an acquired taste. And she did the Texas Chainsaw 3D, which is horrible. This movie looks like a masterpiece compared to that garbage, but she's still acting. See, the man and the woman are fighting each other, and there's no politics involved. Be a great Wonder Woman. No, but the water can heal him. Little did they know that he can heal himself, like Wolverine or Deadpool. You hit him near water. Water does heal wounds sometimes. It can't replace a limb or something. Yes, it will. Use the Force, Luke. Again, a lot of these heroes' journey are all the same. It's with the execution that's important. See, like Wolverine, the healing power of water of H2O. That's right. Because at least Percy's a likable character. Some protagonists I don't like because they're so unlikable. I really like the score. I think the score is really well done. See, there's good things in this movie. I don't do these podcasts for the critics. I do this for me and my fans and my viewers that acknowledge me. Not for the critics. Screw the critics. They liked the Ghostbusters remake and that was bad. Okay? We all know it. Like a boss. If this was an R-rated movie, that his foot would have been chopped off. But it's a PG movie, so we all know that. Why there's no go- mm-hmm. This is my film. Mm-hmm. Yep. I win. Time to get the flag. Yay! It's execution. Not the source material, but the execution of it. That's what matters to me. If you make an entertaining show or movie, I'm in. Pig. They're roasting a pig. Mutant wink wink. They both have blue eyes. Mm-mm. Chalice. Yeah, this is when Hades appears in a CGI form. Looks terrifying here. Unlike Voldemort, you see him a lot earlier than that. Mm-hmm. We know where you're from. There we go. I'll answer that later. It's probably to confirm my doctor's appointment tomorrow. Olympus. I constantly get interrupted by things. I already know I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Whatever it takes. Hold on. Let me just see what that is. Because I want to finish this. Okay, back to the railroad. Right. Let's continue this. I'm always getting interrupted. Let me just finish this and I'll confirm that. Luke is playing a video game. Sorry about that interruption, folks. Just confirming my appointment tomorrow. Yeah, the flying shoes. It's a map. Mm-hmm. The MacGuffins of the movie. Pearls, not stones. So like the Sonic rings. See, there's a quest involved. It's like a Wonder Woman shield. Or Captain America. Highway to hell. Atlantic City, get it? Yep. The soundtrack is pretty good in this movie. This is where they see the uh, 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 Medusa. Yeah, Maya Hawke's mom, Uma Thurman, with glasses. Rats. People turned into statues. Yeah. Coins. The the currency of Greece. He has to do the same thing Perseus does to the Medusa in the Clash of the Titans original, not the remake. The remake was terrible. Medusa was running like a video game character. She's not supposed to be fast. She's not the Flash. You can't stare into her eyes because she turned into stone. Mm-hmm. A Gorgon. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's a good. It's a good thing, but Mm-hmm. She's scary because of what she can do to you. She petrifies you. There she is. Uma Thurman. Still a step up from Batman and Robin, let me tell you. Because it's more of a cameo. Yes, she does. I wish I could touch it too and smell it. The hair is good. It's always good. No matter what color, if it's soft and cuddly, I'm on it. Snakes. Mm. Has beautiful eyes. They're snakes like Harry Potter, but the Greek mythology existed before Harry Potter did. So, mm. Mm-hmm. Just like Percy is his cell phone. Again, they took some liberties, guys. An iPod. I think the effects look good. Not if I'm asleep. The snakes look good. I mean, yeah, they look scary. Because I seen bad CGI. You want to see a bad Gorgon? See the episode of Ant Farm where China's hair looks green. I'm like, that CGI looks terrible. I'm like, I know it's a TV budget, but there's no excuse. Try a little harder. Don't put it at all because it just looks terrible. Here, this has a budget. It's not like the Clash of the Titans remake where she looks like a video game boss. Yep, I'm gonna use my product placement. My bad. It's an iPod, not a phone. It is an Apple product though. Nope, she's with Ethan Hawke. Has a beautiful daughter, Maya Hawke, who's in Stranger Things, and she's unbelievable. This isn't Asylum bad effects. I've seen worse. He has blue eyes, and you could tell this is before COVID because she's touching people's faces and their hair. So snakes are already scary when they're just on the ground. But imagine your hair and it has a bunch of snakes in it. Even the CGI in Monster High looked better than Ant Farm, the first movie with the Gorgon guy. Yeah, Deuce. It didn't look terrible. It looked okay. So the snake is wrestling his face. Like I said, snakes are scary. I get why people are scared of snakes. But, um, because you chop her head off, she has no more power. They didn't give her the snake body because it got it. Decapitation! Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pun. And they take her head and they use it, but not against a Kraken because that would be ripping off Clash of the Titans. So they use it against the Hydra, which I like seeing the Hydra was in the Hercules movie. It's basically what Ghidra is, the three-headed monster, but she's a weapon. Yeah, when they get to the museum, it's just a head, people. We all have one. It's got at least it doesn't have a bunch of pop culture references out of nowhere. It does what it does. She has the pearl on her arm. I think these movies are entertaining. The show was definitely better, and I want to see more. Yep. And it did. This movie didn't need to be 3 hours, like up and out. Yeah, we gotta. Yep. Nashville. Yeah. Tennessee. The Parthenon was in ruins, but here it's. Yeah, they stop at a rest stop before they get to the Parthenon. It's like Aquaman. Excuse me. It can heal you with water. See a nice quiet moment with just two characters talking. Hmm. At least there's nobody hiding an accent in this movie, which is nice. She saw the head. Mm. Homeland Security. There's the Parthenon in Nashville, Tennessee. I like that they go to different locations, so it makes the movie more interesting. They're not staying in one location for the whole movie, which is fine. It's a journey. They have to go somewhere. There it is. The replica of the Parthenon, because the Parthenon's in Greece. Centennial Park. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one is a little bit more like a puzzle where they have to like fly with the shoes and get it from a tall statue, and then they have to fight the Hydra, which is cool. The Hydra looks amazing. Athena. We're an hour and 3 minutes. It's up there. Hmm. Yeah, they stood in the bathroom. Of course, it would never happen today because the security, they got security cameras everywhere in the Parthenon. She didn't kill them. She darted them. It's to stun them so that they could get the pearl. Hmm. I know that black guy. He was in Chasing Christmas. A MacBook Air. Yep. Yeah, he's like, it's like Mario when you have to run as the in the Tsuki suit. You have to fly. Got it. But it's not over. He has to fight a giant creature. And here he comes. It's a good effect. I think movie doesn't get enough credit for the effects. 5 of them. Yeah, they're all guys. Here we go. They're merging together. There it is, Hydra. Hail Hydra! Looks cool. Mm-hmm. There's just a spectacle. You want to have a spectacle in your fantasy movie. If not, it's just people talking. You know? You think people watch Game of Thrones just for the plot? No, they wanted the spectacle and the theatrics. It, I think the effects look fine. I've seen worse effects than this, guys. He chops the head off, but that's not good because they go. Again, did you see Hercules? The Hydra, he kept cutting its head off, and they kept multiplying. No, that didn't work. Two more show back again. Did you see Hercules? The Disney version? Yeah. It's funny because I remember when in Jason and the Argonauts, he does kill it with a sword, but he doesn't cut the heads off. He stabs it. For CGI that's 15 years old, I've seen a lot worse, guys. I just have. Don't. A lot of mythical creatures here, and they look good. Yep, water fountain. Use the force. Oh, sorry, wrong franchise. I really like the effects in this movie. Water and fire. Yep. Just like in Clash of the Titans, except it's for the Hydra, not the Kraken. They didn't have enough in the budget to put a giant Kraken. Plus, that would be ripping off Clash of the Titans. So they're like, no, we're gonna do our own thing and use the Medusa head against the Hydra. There it is. That is cool. Ugh. Yeah, now they have to go to Vegas. But it's not like The Last Jedi where it just stops the movie to do 20 or 30 minutes of, padding it out. Paris. London. We know. Yep, there it is. All the way in Vegas. Las Vegas, Nevada, Lotus Hotel and Casino. Yep. That's why they have Lady Gaga's poker face. That's why I couldn't put this movie without headphones. I want to go to Vegas one day. I'm just not going to gamble because it's a waste of money. Viva Las Vegas, baby. Again, if The Last Jedi I took from a movie, it was this one. Because I'm like, they did it here better. It doesn't take 20 or 30 minutes of the running time. Look at those lights. That's a cool effect. They go to Vegas in a lot of movies. The Looney Tunes Back in Action and The Hangover, the first one. And they're there for days. The lotus flowers make them high as a kite. You saw a car. Win this car. Some beautiful girls in this scene. And that's always a good thing for a movie like this. Hello, beautiful girls. Wow, look at this. There's a whole theme park in here. Yeah, again, suck it, Last Jedi. You stole from this movie. You had a planet where they're gambling. I mean, didn't Attack of the Clones already do that? Yeah. Nom. Hello, beautiful girls. Remember the poppies flowers? Always. They have a whatchamacallit, whatchamacallit, a psychedelic effect. Yep, lady. It looks good though. I wouldn't eat it because it's a trick. In the TV show, Lin-Manuel Miranda makes a cameo in the show. They're high as a kite. They couldn't use drugs because it's a kids movie. They eat it, and then time goes by so fast. Some flowers do give you a psychedelic effect, and plants. That's why I don't smoke weed. Those are probably cupcakes that they ate on set. That's a problem. Yeah. Carry on, oh baby gypsy, my poker face. She don't want to let no guy hear it. Yep. Keep singing, Lady Gaga. That's the best thing you're gonna. Poker face. Pop, 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 poker face, up, pop, poker face. Mom, 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 mom. Mo, mo, mo. And unlike The Last Jedi, it doesn't drag on too long. They get in, they get out. They painted his toes. That's kind of funny. Get him hard, show him what I got. Breathe my poker face. She got to let nobody. We can breathe in my poker. This is how you use Lady Gaga the right way, Joker Folia Doof. No, Luke. Luke. So does weed. And I don't know why people... Because they think they're there for a few minutes and... So it's like, Luke, use the Force. Trust your friend. So the arcade... Mario Brothers, hey! It's a classic, yeah. Rest in peace, what's your Gene Hackman? I wasn't around at that time. Yeah, time is different here. I like the I do like the costume. The pearl's right there. Number 33. It's a fun movie. Yeah, I like the Lady Gaga song because I know that actress. She's Canadian. Because most of this film was filmed there. Yeah, they trap him here. They don't want him to leave. Yep, Kesha. Tonight on the fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock. I need. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh. These women are beautiful, man. Again, I want to be entertaining. I'm not here to preach. I'm here to entertain you guys. And if I have to shut off the chat, I will do it. No one's going to accept me today on Easter. It's like Disney. Disney. In Disney, if you stay there for like a month, you're not ever want to go to leave because they have so much to do, even though it's really expensive. It's like Hershey Park. I don't want to leave. Yeah, Lin-Manuel Miranda was in the TV show. I like to see that. Of course, they don't get high on flowers like in the other one. It's like a thing that they breathe or something. I forgot. It's like a mist in the air instead of flower because they don't want kids to, get the wrong idea. It's a good action scene. This is still better than Sucker Punch. Yep. If this is a hybrid car, it would be electrical. This was 2010, so I don't think hybrid cars existed yet. That's an awesome car. Yep. You will never want to leave. Get it? See? They go in, they go out. This scene does not last 20 minutes. Last Jedi. You wasted an entire scene in Cantonica where the freaking Las Vegas planet. $5 days. Yeah. Just like in Star Wars. Just like in The Last Jedi. I felt like I was watching The Last Jedi for 3 hours because it was so slow. They were there for 5 days, and it was like 5 for 10 minutes of the running time. Hollywood, California, yeah. Whoa, the irony. You know why the fires happened this year? Because Hollywood is paying for their sins. Because they have to put people through hell just to get a paycheck. See? Oh, the irony where under the underworld is. In the one place that people want to be accepted, yet they constantly make mistakes by greenlighting movies that are too expensive and too long and badly written. Just saying, guys, the irony. It's almost summertime in a few months. Hollywood, California. Yeah, I've never been there, but still. I don't fall into their trap. Because in a TV show, they can extend the plot. You know, they don't have to rush through one episode to get to everything. Yeah, this is the writer that takes them in the boat. And there's no stupid Disney music in this. Like in the TV show, when they ride this thing, they put the song "What Is Love," which has nothing to do with the scene. It was stupid. Here in the Lady Gaga song, hey, they play it in the Lotus, casino. Again, it's paper. He wants the drachmas. See? It's paper. I like this joke. This is funny. Again, because it's Greek. Coins can't burn. Not with just open flames. That was... That's funny. We're in a recession again. They added that line because this was during 2008. I remember that when money was hard to find. A lot of people lost their jobs. AAG went kaput. It was just as bad as the pandemic, except it was about money, not a deadly disease. And at least, yeah, I hope Kathleen Kennedy likes it there because that's where she's going. her, Putin, and all these other evil people in the world. It's not like Spawn where it just looks terrible. Like it's a bad CGI fever dream. Well, I'm gonna have some dead presidents in my pocket, money, because I'm going to Comic Con. I'm gonna go to Comic Con June 7th. So don't inbox me. Don't bother me. Just let me go to my convention in peace, like I should have done months ago. Here comes Ahsoka herself, Rosario Dawson. My dad thought she was Zoe Saldana. I'm like, no, Zoe Saldana is Gamora from Guardians, and she's from Avatar. Two different actresses. Rosario Dawson is not Dominican. It's a good set, even though it looks really creepy. But again, they didn't want it to look like a Disney park. I do appreciate they have real sets here. Did I mention this movie has a good production? There's the Hellhounds. Not a Cerberus, because the Cerberus has three heads, so. No. Num. Num. So sexy, man. Mm. Mm. Num. Persephone. Mm-hmm. I like the dress. It's a nice touch. And Steve Coogan, even though it's not on screen very much, he does a better Hades than the guy in the TV show. Because it's like, hi, what's up? I'm Hades. I'm like, no, you're not. You don't have any personality. Even James Woods was a better Hades than you. There he is. It's a good actor. He was a Ramsbottom from the Despicable Me sequels. No, a bad CGI. Jagger, there is no Jagger. You know he's going to be 82 years old in the summer. The Mick Jagger thing. When Mick Jagger was young in the 70s. Because I'm sorry, there is no Jagger. When that thing that they put in Picky in the brain, that's not. I don't know what that is. She's so sexy, man. She's a Miles. She's a mix of black and Hispanic, so. And definitely shows she has big, full lips. Coogan is a good actor. I do like him in some things. He does have the bolt, but he didn't know about it. It was hidden. Johnny Depp kind of sounds like Keith Coogan when he talks in the Pirates movies like this. No, you're not an idiot. It's hidden. That's why he doesn't know what he's talking about. Everybody wants to bolt him like it's hidden. See, it was in the shield the whole time. See, he had the bolt, he just didn't know about it. So it's a very touching scene. Trust me, there's nothing I wouldn't do for my mother, especially on Mother's Day in 2 weeks. No, 3 weeks. Next Sunday's the 27th, May 4th. Yeah, 3 weeks. See the power of Zeus right in his hand, even though Percy is the son of Poseidon. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What a twist! No, a portal. They have the pearls. Only three of them can leave. Again, the effects are good in the movie. Mm. A lot of people think I was gonna hate Steve Coogan. No, he's a good actor. He is good. Man, that's the scariest fireplace I've ever seen. That sucks. Yeah. The black guy's gonna make the sacrifice, but he doesn't die. Like it's not like Dungeons and Dragons 2000 where the Nami. The girls have to go. He came here to save his mom. I get it. You know the needs of the many, man. It's like the Sonic rings. You throw the ring and you say where you want to go, and I would want to go to I would want to go to Florida so I could go to Disney again. It's been too many years. Hmm. Alone at last. Back in New York City, yeah. See, most of the film is not in here. It's only a small part of the film. Unlike Ghostbusters or something like that. The film's almost over. We're 94 minutes in. We got about 20 minutes left. Sorry about the interruption. It's just that I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I thought the doctor was closed today because it's Easter. American flag. Luke. We know. An action scene. Nice kick. We know. He's barely a villain. He's barely in the movie because he's in the beginning and then he disappears until the third act. The flying shoes. I'm glad I did this movie because it's killing enough time. This movie's a little bit longer than the Flight of the Phoenix. It's a pretty fun fight. Because with Draco and Harry Potter, I get it. Their rivalry is something that was built up. Draco doesn't disappear for half the movie and then shows up at the end. No. Surprise. And this movie's not 2.5 hours like the last three Fast and the Furious movies, where they feel too long. It's just long for the sake of being long. This is an epic, fantasy film for what it is, for kids, because kids read the books. Yes, he is. Yep, water tower, baby. 10 o'clock already. At least I started the podcast early, so this should be over by 10:20, possibly. I didn't want it to end too early because I'm still waiting. Yep, water. What now? I'm gonna drown you. That's an awesome image for the poster. I am a waterbender. That was cool. It's got spectacle for kids, and it's fine, guys. And this is a surprise hit in 2010, so they made a sequel, even though it's not as good, but it's still entertaining. Yep. That doesn't kill Luke, though. It doesn't kill him. It just sends him to the water, and we see him in the next movie. So 100 minutes in. Also, they had to write Brennan T. Jackson out of the movie so he could do that terrible uh, Big Mama's House 3 that came out in 2011. I didn't see that because I heard it was horrible. I haven't even seen the first two films. When Disney bought the rights to this franchise, I was like, yeah, good. Now they can make a TV series that they can extend. That looks awesome, yeah. This movie also has a post-credit scene as well, just like the Marvel movies. This was 2010, so Marvel was only 2 movies in. There's Zeus at the end of the movie because Sean Bean was doing something else. She's beautiful. Melina Katakarakis or Karakaritis. She's Greek descent, not British. Yeah, I really like that set. This doesn't look like a CGI garbage fire like the Clash of the Titans remake and Wrath of the Titans. Those are how you do fantasy wrong. Mm. Again, more beautiful women. I crave that, guys. I live for that. And it did a small effect from the Lord of the Ring. Or Luke Skywalker. He has the same name. The acting is good in this movie. I don't think it's bad. Critics are just, they want everything to be the source material. That's why you could go read the books and then go watch this or one of the shows. It's fine, guys. Every medium is different. I like different as long as it's not different insulting. Melina, she's so gorgeous, man. She still looks like that even in 2025. She's mm, yes, this is a day of peace, not people fighting with each other like animals. She does look like her. Also, that's Athena. She's gorgeous, man. Yeah, see, Zeus saves him. He shows mercy on him. At least Sean Bean smiles in this movie. He's not a robot in this movie because in some movies he's just like no dose or I don't know, and he doesn't die here because in every other movie Sean Bean dies. It's like he's the Kenny of cinema where he always has to die in a movie. It's good stuff. I think this is really entertaining for kids because kids can't see Game of Thrones. It will traumatize them or House of the Dragon because it's really violent and there's bosoms, which kids should not be watching of any kind because they won't understand. I didn't see Bosoms when I was a kid. Not on this big screen. No, not till like the early 2000s. I am grateful, Kevin. Yeah, again, I feel the same way. I'm more closer with my mom than with my dad. Yep. It's a good movie. I think it's entertaining. Is it great? No. The TV show I think is really good though. Some people said it was boring. Guys, it's a fantasy show. They're going to have talking in it. If it's nothing but action, then they say it's nonsensical. Make up your mind. Do you want action or do you want a lot of talking? You got to have a mix of both. Mm-hmm. It's heartfelt. It's a good scene. It's just two people talking, not yelling at each other, coping. The force will be with you always. I think if a kid does a decent job here for his two scenes in the movie, because he's in the beginning and then at the very end. You know, Logan Lerman reminds me of like Timothy Chalamet, that he just has so much range. I think Keener's such a good actress, man. I love her hair too. Back to Camp Half Blood. Mm-hmm. He's got the horns. It's a fun movie. There's Pierce Brosnan again. We're getting to the end of the film. Hmm. Mm-hmm. And while he's not a Professor Snape, he's fine. They recast him in the sequel because, you know, it was 3 years later. Mm-hmm. Mm. I know. I mean, it's Rosario Dawson. She's one of the hottest women in the world, and so is Alexandra Daddario. I take nothing away from her, because Daddario has those gorgeous eyes, man, and that beautiful dark hair, that jet black hair. I love so much. Yeah, it's a good movie, and it's a feel-good movie. It doesn't make you feel miserable at the end. That's why I wanted to put something lighter, not a dark fantasy like Damsel or something like that. No. And I'll take her a million times over Millie Bobby Brown. She's older and she's a better looking woman. Her eyes are like blue, they're liquid blue. Again, another nice shot. Would love to see her in the DCU's 10-year plan or even the MCU. Why not? She has a lot of talent. Or as one of the video game characters, Princess Daisy. She would be an awesome Princess Daisy. It's just a voice. Good score. This isn't an Avengers, but it's fine. For kids, I think it's entertaining enough for them. So if you haven't watched this movie in a while, it's on Disney Plus, unaltered. So you're not gonna have like scenes cut out like they did with so many shows and movies. An hour and 52 minutes. See? It's not 2.5 hours. There's a post-credit stinger though. Let me just skip to it. It's 10:13. Skip to the end. There's a scene at the end. I didn't know because I left the theater when the movie is over. You know, I usually stay for the movies now. Oh, here it is. It's not at the very end. It's like past like the first. It's like about 2 minutes in. Yeah, I need a beer, and then the Medusa turns him into stone. Percy, you know, he left him a note. Again, you asked for it. Yep, the Medusa turns him into stone. And that's the end of the movie, okay. An hour and 52 minutes. Yep, he turned into stone. He warned you. You didn't heed his warning. The Lotus Land dancers, yeah. There was a lot of dancers. It's a fun movie. I haven't seen it in a while, so I saw it on Disney Plus, I think, last year in 2023. It still works. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, as I always say, acknowledge me, and I'm not doing a podcast tomorrow because I got a doctor's appointment, but thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll be civil in the next podcast I do in like 2 days. Have a good Easter. Stay safe. See you later.